goodness, how beautiful is it here in Bogota? Wow, and by the way, if you're coming here from TikTok, what's going on? Leave me a comment. We've been doing a lot, talking a lot about TikTok, and I mean talking a lot and getting so much information from you all on TikTok. And then everyone here on YouTube, what's going on? About to leave the office now. It's been a long working morning. If you guys don't know, well, let me get ready and we'll talk as we're leaving the office. So if you guys were on my TikTok earlier, or the last few days, I've been really talking about this English school that we are starting. And well, I'll give more on that in another video, but that's what I've been working on all morning. And learning new skills, I'm learning, is not the easiest thing in the beginning. But as you start to work on it, I realize you start to get the hang of it, and you realize like, oh my gosh, it was much easier than I thought it was. It's just the beginning part that's hard. But now I'm going to get out of this place, get some air. Ooh, okay, just finishing up here at the office. And I love how Starbucks, they always write these little cool things on here. The one lady said I have a very big style, I think. Maybe because of what I'm wearing. But no idea what the plan is for the day. But I do know that it was a very productive day in the office. English school will be starting soon for all my people, para todo la gente aquí quien quieres aprender inglés. Pronto, eh? But now, okay, and one thing I realized is one little hack that I've been doing lately, because Bogota, the weather is so weird here. Like, it's cold and then it's hot and then it rains, and then it's hot, then it's cold, then it rains, and then you never know what to expect. Hey, muchas gracias. Hasta luego, eh? Y aquí es abierta 24 horas, ¿sí? Es abierta 24 horas. Se puede regreso antes a las 12, ¿sí? Con WeWork, pero a las 11 esta noche es okay. Oh, perfecto. Gracias. Okay, so we have just finished working. The weather's so crazy here in Bogota. I must say it's one of the weirdest things, the weather here, because like it'll be cold in the mornings and then the sun will come out and then you'll go inside and then you'll come back out and it'll be raining, and I never have any idea what to expect. That's one thing I've learned. But I've learned to wear this thing. Can you guys see what I'm wearing right now? This thing has been like a lifesaver. This little poncho thing. Because no matter what, I usually stay warm in it, and at the same time, it is when I'm working in places or you go somewhere, it's just very comfortable. It's like I'm wearing a blanket all the time. But no idea what the plan is for today. So we're just gonna walk around. It's a holiday, so I want to create some content. So I thought might as well just walk around and explore, even though the streets will most likely be really, really quiet today. And for me, I always feel like it's days like today when you're like this overthinking creator or overthinking influencer, whatever people want to call it. These are the like toughest days, because it's like a day when there's not much going on. There's not much going on, a little bit tired. The weather's not so great, but you want to go out and create content. And it's times like this where I'm like, oh, I have no idea what I want to talk about or what I want to share. But I am enjoying being here in Bogota regardless. And I can feel that it's already starting to rain a little bit. Already starting to rain a little bit. But I love being here in Bogota. What can I talk about? If I had nothing to say, one of the things I always tell people is I just like to walk around and whatever I'm thinking, to share that. Like whenever you're in doubt, whatever you're thinking about, whatever you see, whatever you're noticing around, just talk about it. What is it you're thinking? As I'm walking here, I'm always thinking like, there's no one on the streets, it's dangerous. I can't help but think how many people listen to other people who are telling them about something that they have never even done, but they're telling you not to do it. and how many times people project their fears. People project their fears onto you. Meaning you have this idea of wanting to have a business or travel or whatever, get in a relationship. And people will give you their advice through the filter of their fear. And you already know fear in itself is already an inhibitor. The second you feel fear, you automatically start thinking of what you don't want to do. You automatically go into like this avoidance of stuff. And I think of a place like here in Colombia, if I listened to everyone, I never would have came here because it's too dangerous. People are rude and it's scary. Hola, buenas tardes. And I would have never came here. And then to make it worse is I did listen to those people. And when I got here, I started thinking about, well, maybe it's true. It is a dangerous place. And what that made me do was that made me look at people. Hola, buenas tardes. That made me start to look at people like they are dangerous. And then all of a sudden I was like, I'm automatically judging everyone I look at. Basically, I'm already judging. I'm judging everybody based off of what someone else told me. Someone else who put that seed in my mind. And now I go around and project that seed onto other people. Or not even seed, but I go around and say that same belief onto other people. And I meet someone or I see someone like this lady right here walking with her kid. I see someone like that and I automatically think they're dangerous. And you realize that the people here, hola, you realize the people here are happy. Ah, hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Dónde estás? ¿De dónde vienes?
Yo, los Estados Unidos. ¿Te conoces?
No, mi hija vive allá.
En los Estados Unidos. ¿Dónde?
En Stockton.
¿Dónde?
Stockton, California.
Ah, sí. Ah, yo en Nueva York. Sí, un poco más lejos. Más frío que acá.
¿Estás en Colombia?
Sí. ¿Ah?
¿Estás en Colombia?
Sí. Pero es frío y después es calor y lluvia. Listo para todos. Buen día. ¿Eh? Adiós. See, and that's a perfect example. Lady walking with her kid, I say hello. She stops, has the kids say hello to me, and I would have been judging them. Because then, or, even worse, I wouldn't even judge them. I would just be confused. Like, what it being so nice for if everyone's being so rude here? If it's so dangerous, why are people like that being happy and smiling? And I think the more that I've traveled, that's what's got me. That's why I don't listen to any of that anymore. Because the more I've traveled, the more I've realized, like, wait a minute. If everybody's telling me to do that, if everybody's telling me that it's horrible, and I go there, and the people are amazing, and then I go to another country I want to go to, people tell me, don't go, it's dangerous, people are rude, but then it's amazing, and I've had that experience for the last 17 years of my life. So when it comes to coming to places like this and going and seeing for myself, why do I tell you guys to go and do it? Because I've just been proven in my life over and over again that people have no idea what they're talking about. The more we think, the more they try to show that they know more. I realize sometimes it's the less that they know. The more they try to prove themselves, the less that, in my mind, I'm like, the less that they know. Or it's the more that they're afraid. The more someone tells you not to do something, the more it's their fears they're putting on you. And that's what I've been realizing a lot, especially coming here to Colombia. Because I never would have came here. How crazy. I never would have come here. I never would have came here if I listened to people. Never. Never in a million years would I have come to Colombia. Too dangerous, too many people with guns, too many people getting robbed. Economy's messed up. If I would listen to everyone, I never would have done it. Everything, most of the stuff you see in the vlog, I never would have done. Goodness, I never even would have started the vlog if I listened to people. Because everyone told me, definitely don't put yourself out there. The world is too dangerous of a place. So I guess if I have to say something, what's the lesson? Go see for yourself. Go see for yourself. What do you want the lesson to be? Go see for yourself. You think it's dangerous? Go and see for yourself and watch how surprised you'll be. Take that risk, buy that ticket, take that flight, say hello to that person, and look and see for yourself. See how many people were wrong. And the worst thing is you'll look at yourself and be like, I can't believe I waited that long to do it. But that's the beautiful thing, you did it. And that's the most important thing, you did it. Because you could have not have done it. Don't want you to think I'm too old, I'm too young. No, just do it. And don't feel bad about it. Do it and own it. Do it and own it. That would be my thought for you guys. Because if you listen to other people, I can almost guarantee you, you'll end up in most likely in stage just like them. Same like they have. Hola. You'll stay just like them. And you want to see what a life of no risk, a life of being scared to go to places you don't know. You want to see a life of just staying in your comfort zone. Look around you. I guarantee you, you could find people all over the world, wow, all around where you live, who lived a life and stayed in their comfort zone. And if that's not the life you want, something has to change. If it's the life you want, then keep on going. If you want that life like that, then just keep living it. Keep following that path. But we live in a world where we can see what it looks like. You can see what it looks like if you just, whatever, go to school, get a degree, get a house, have a family, chill out, work, retire, spend a little time getting your health back together, then worrying about the money, and then whatever, then I don't even know, die or whatever. You can see that all around you. You can see that everywhere. So if you want something different, you have to do something different. You have to be someone different. You have to think different. And most of the time, the biggest difference, at least for me, between what I have in my life and where I've been and what I do is just risk. I just take a lot bigger risks. Like, that's really the main difference. The more I think about it, that's the main difference. I just take bigger risks. I feel like at the times I take bigger risks and I take the risk more often. That'd be the main thing. You know, and I think at the end of the day, that's been probably one of the biggest differences. It's just what, like, when you look at people, someone who has this life, someone who has another life, the biggest difference is the risk that they took. I mean, if you see someone who has like a tremendous life, an amazing life, like a life that looks exciting, I guarantee you at some point they took a risk. They took a risk that you weren't willing to take. And if you want to take it like a step further, it's maybe not a risk that they took that you didn't take, but it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice that they made that you're not willing to make, if that makes sense. If I want to just keep it super simple, like most of the time it's not even the risk, because I feel like, yeah, I take big risks, but it's like more like it's like a sacrifice, because risk can be like, depending on your vocabulary, it can be different. But if I say sacrifice, it's like I took a different sacrifice. You know, I chose to sacrifice, for example, living in a familiar place, being among familiar people. Like, that was a sacrifice. So some people look at it as like a risk, but just look at it as a sacrifice. So you can look at where you are, you're probably there because of a sacrifice that you were unwilling to take, not even a risk, which changes the whole way. I never even looked at it like that. That's like a program or a course I could teach that you guys just got for free. It's like just a sacrifice. For me, I look at myself as just like, I think at the end of the day, when I look at the people around me, is I was just ready to take like a sacrifice that most people would not have taken. And I think at the end of the day, that's made all the difference for me. That's made all the difference in my life. What I've seen, where I've been, the people that I've been around, is I made sacrifices that most people wouldn't. And as I think about it, some of the probably biggest sacrifice that I took in my life was the security, was me giving up that security, giving up that, like, I know I can get a paycheck every week. And that's a beautiful feeling. I took my first like 9-to-5 job like a few months ago back in the States. First time I worked 9 to 5 since I was 15. And I did it for about a month. And it felt weird. It felt cool. And I liked like that security. But I realized I'm not at that point anymore. And it was just like what I have to actually give up to have that security is, and I feel like you all who have that thing deep down in your heart that you know you need to be doing the life you know you can be living, that sacrifice you have to ask in the big picture, the big goal of what you want, is that worth it? And for me, the more I've looked at it, the more I've realized it's not. So it's about what, not only the risk you take. If I had to share a thought today, it's more about the sacrifices that you're unwilling to make. That's what leads to the difference. And if I had to share something from my mind, my heart, my soul, it would be that for you guys today on this cloudy day where I can't figure out what I'm gonna do. But it'd be the sacrifices you're unwilling to make. That's what kind of gets you the life that you have, and good or bad. That's my little thought for you guys. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Little simple day, walking around enjoying. And yeah, I guess I'll probably see y'all soon. Beautiful park, by the way. This is Park 93. Nice. See y'all soon.